Hello, in this chess video I want to show you one of my games from the World Youth Chess Championships from last year, which were held in Brazil. This is round 1 of the tournament where I played against M.Chalabi, and I had white. So played e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, knight takes e4, knight c3, knight f6. So in the Worlds we had a coach between a couple of us, and I had Andrew Martin. So we saw that my opponent played this weird, or this is more unusual retreat in this line. More commonly, knight takes c3, the better option. Or black will play like this and play bishop e6 and castle, knight c6. And then white tends to get a kingside attack, maybe after play king b1 first, just to secure things in the queen's side, and play bishop d3 and aim towards the h7 square with h4, g4 later on. But yeah, anyway, my opponent played knight back to f6, and so this is pretty much what we prepared against that morning. So we played d4, bishop e7, bishop d3, bishop to g4, h3, bishop to h5, bishop to f4, castle, g4. This is the idea we came up with. This might have been my idea, I think, eventually. I think Andrew wanted to play queen d2 and castle queenside or something, or just castle kingside. I thought it was a bit boring, so I played g4. And now the idea is after bishop g6, I can play bishop takes g6. And it's quite tricky here. I mean, the obvious retake is h takes g6, and then the plan was just to play like queen d3, and maybe knight d7, castle. And obviously, then my later plan is just going to be able to push h4 and h5 when I can, as long as the g4 pawn's defended. So white has a nice space advantage here. In my game, my opponent played f takes g6, which I just think is really bad now because this king is really weak on this diagonal. So I first of all play queen e2. I could try playing knight g5, but I think it's queen d7 or queen e8 or rook e8. Any of those sort of moves means that knight's not really doing anything. So I'll play queen e2 first, and after queen d7. See the idea of this move now? I can go queen c4 check. And if he tries playing d5, I can simply just win a pawn here, and also this e5 square becomes available for my knight as a nice outpost. So he played king to h8, but now I can play knight to g5, which is better in this sequence, as I'm now threatening knight to f7 check, and also maybe knight e6. So you play bishop back to d8, castled, make sure I get my king out centre, c6, rook h1, just bring my rook into the game, knight to a6. So black's just trying to get his pieces developed, but now don't let him. There's a very good move here for white, which just completely rips black's position apart. If you want to try find a move, then you can pause the video, as I'm going to continue. Okay, so the move is the move that I played was bishop takes d6, and obviously attacking black's rook, and after any rook movement is going to be a pawn up, and also knight f7 checks coming. It's going to easily be winning that position. So he has to play queen takes d6. Now knight f7 check. So the idea of the sacking the bishop is it removes the queen for the defence of the f7 square. Obviously king g8, then knight takes d6 check, just wins the queen. So rook has to take on f7. Now queen takes f7, bishop to c7. As I'm now in this position, I'm threatened to play rook to e8 check, which is going to get background mate after knight takes, queen takes, and queen has to come to f8, and I could just take, and that's checkmate. Bishop to c7, now rook to e7, which adds pressure to the bishop, and also but mainly threatens mate, so it forces rook to g8. Now king b1, which is quite a nice move because I want to try play knight to e4 here. The idea is after knight takes, I can play rook here, but then there's always a queen check on f4. So king b1 is quite a nice move as black's really tied up to the position. The rook can't move, the knight can't move. Well, if the rook moves, it's checkmate. If the knight moves, it allows rook to e8. If this knight moves, then you lose to the bishop. And the queen really hasn't got anywhere good to go. And then if you can't remove any of his pawns particularly anyway. So you play knight d5, but now, as I said, this allows rook e8. You play knight back to f6. You play rook to e1. So now you can't take my rook because of this rook takes, and I'm going to mate him. So the knight takes, rook takes, and there's no defense to. You can't defend a rook. And after rook takes c8, queen takes c8. It's going to be checkmate. After queen f8, queen takes. So you played. So my opponent played queen d7 here. This is immediate blunder. This position's lost anyway for him, but queen d8 is losing on the spot as well. As rook takes g8 wins. Knight takes g8 would be forced, and then queen takes d7, just wins the queen, and that's game over. So thanks for watching. That's my first game in the World Youth Chess Championships from Brazil last year. I was playing in the 16 section. Okay, thanks, bye.